Yep, in the PJs.
Hi.
You know, do you want to get dressed?
Got your tickets?
No, not yet. Must be got a slide. It's like the rain.
Oh, no, no, you're right. It won't rain.
But we can't buy a box. I've got two tickets in May. Two tickets will go.
Oh, are you
So,
Oh,
I think it also works out how many I've got left.
oh, you're so sweet.
I mean, if you want to leave me your number, phone number,
Oh, yeah.
I might be able to send some to you. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
So I've got, I'll probably have, and what I did, I did pick on the Europe with the phone number.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's Rebecca.
That way you don't.
What time does it start?
3:30.
2:30, yeah.
That's that time.
Yeah. And it's 04 122 99 802.
So you definitely have.
Yeah, 04 122
So,
This is sweet.
I'll send you.
Just like a
I'll send you a message. So remind me. I'll just go to GPS.
Let's clean up that top.
So I'll just send you that. So send me a message and remind me.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
Not right now. Just maybe later today.
Yeah, okay.
And then-
Did you send me your number?
Well, you'll have it with that.
Yeah.
Oh, GFT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there you
send me a
go.
message later.
Yeah.
And I'll work out how many spots. So I got through from North Adelaide. My daughter plays for North Adelaide.
Oh, okay.
And I've got 8 and then we get our free tickets.
Yeah.
I've actually got 12 in North Adelaide. So
Oh, wow.
they're turning them out. So I should have a couple there.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Let's clean up that top.
For Darcy.
Where are you going?
gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Host by SANFL League Grand Final player presentation. Good to see so many supporters. You guys need to get a little bit more vocal a little bit later on, especially when we do the song again and the boys come up here. So there was a little trickle of some noise there, but we can do a little bit better, I think. My name is Andrew Hayes. It's great to be here. It's great to see so many familiar faces. And it's great to see two really good teams about to crack on and have a fantastic grand final tomorrow. I cannot wait. Before we get stuck into things, SANFL acknowledges that we meet today on the traditional lands of Kaurna people. We pay respect to their elders past, present and emerging and support the continued connection to country. We recognise the profound contribution of First Nations players, coaches and officials to our great game, and we value their guidance in our endeavours to connect communities through the game loved by all South Australians. Glenelg v Norwood, this is a matchup which, can you believe, hasn't happened for 42 years on the grand final stage. So it feels like it would have happened on much more in the past because it's two really great sides, but this is going to be an absolute epic contest. And I like to say as well, and this is another little fun fact, Nord or Glenelg have appeared in 5 of the last 6 grand finals, so your clubs are absolutely at their peak. It's really nice to see. We're going to introduce all the players individually in a few minutes' time, but before we do that, we're going to get, I'd say, the most important men up here for a bit of a chat, and that is the umpires. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please put your hands together for the 3 umpires who are going to be officiating tomorrow? That is Mitch Scott, Sam Morgan, and Ben Williams. There you go, boys. Mitch, we'll start with you. 165 league games, your 3rd league grand final. So you are the most experienced. When you're speaking to someone about what it's like on the big stage, what's your advice? What goes through your brain?
I think the good thing for me is you learn what the week's about. It's a big week, it's a really good week. It's what we all work so hard for. So to sort of be able to talk about when to conserve your energy. By the time we get to the game, Sam and Ben, there's a reason they're standing on the stage with me today. They're the best, they know what to do. So Ben has the first bounce, and once that's out of the way, it's just another game.
Ben, we need to talk about your family connection because it is epic, rich SANFL heritage. But first bounce, what's it like? I look at you guys and that moment and think, boy oh boy, there's some pressure.
Yeah, it definitely is. Last thing you want to do is check the first one like happened in the AFL Grand Final last year. So yeah, there is a bit of pressure, but look, we practice it a fair bit, and I do it every week. Most weeks doing the first bounce, so you just got to take a deep breath and hopefully it goes straight.
So who makes the call as to who does the first bounce? Is it because you are the best, or is it?
It's in the grand final. It's usually if it's your first one, Sammy did his first last year and he started with a perler. So yeah, it's usually your first, but if everyone's doing their second or third, you'll probably go with whoever's the best.
Sam, we'll get to you in a second, but we need to talk about your family connection. For those who might have seen a story on Channel 9 a few nights ago, a very, very nice story. Your old man, take us through his history in the SANFL.
Yeah, so he's in the Hall of Fame for the SANFL for his umpiring career. He did 460 SANFL games, 60 AFL, 11 grand finals. So I was following him around as a kid, coming to days like this, and I've always loved it. And now to be here myself is pretty surreal.
It's very nice. Sam, let's have a chat with you, mate. So what's going through your mind on the eve of the grand final? So not the first time, but I'm sure there's nerves. How do you prepare for such a big occasion?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few nerves around, but fortunate enough to do it last year, so I can prepare a little bit better this year in terms of just trying to enjoy the week for what it is and relax. And at the end of the day, it's just another game of footy. So once we get started tomorrow, I'm sure the nerves will disappear pretty quickly, hopefully.
Can I ask as well, from someone who wonders what happens, particularly at half time, what do you blokes talk about? Where do you go and what do you talk about? Are you looking at stats? Are you assessing the first half in terms of some of the calls you've made? What goes on?
So we'll go into the rooms, down the tunnel, well, not with the players, but through a tunnel. And we'll just have a drink, have a few lollies, maybe talk about a few things that's happening in the game. We don't have access to stats or anything like that, so yeah, just try and recharge ready for the second half.
And whoever wants to take this question, you obviously keep a keen interest on what's happening in the AFL. The umpiring this year, Where's it at? Do you rate it? Are we heading in the right direction? Wow, Mitch, are you sure? Yeah.
I think they do a pretty good job. I know there's a fair bit of scrutiny on them, and they have a lot of pressure on them as well. And from time to time, the media gets stuck into them. But for the most part, I reckon they do a really good job.
So many Port Adelaide supporters here today? There's just one? Did the umpires do a good job last night?
Yeah, I reckon they did.
Okay, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for Mitch Scott, Sam Morgan and Ben Williams? They're going to be our umpires for tomorrow. Thank you much. Thanks, boys. Thanks, guys. All right, there you go. I hope there's a bit of an insight. I've got 1,000 questions for the umpires as well in terms of preparation and all those types of things, but we need to get to the most important part of the morning, and that is the player presentation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through each and every player individually, and we're going to start with the mighty Nord Redlegs.
It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you. It's the emblem of the team we love, the team of...
Right, so we'll get straight into it. Number 2, Bain and Lowe. Number 4, the King, Matthew Panos. In game 150. Number 5, Pierce Seymour. Number 6, Thomas Donnelly. Number 7, the big fella, Jackson Callow. Number 8, Sam Morris. Number 9, Henry Nelligan. Number 10, Declan Hamilton. 13, Billy Cootie. Number 14, Mitch O'Neill. 15, Brodie Carroll. 16, Alistair Lord. We're going to get tight here, aren't we, boys? We'll see if we can all sort of jam you on stage here. Number 18, Thomas Graham. Number 20, Matty Ling. 27, Cooper Murley. 29, Isaac Twelvetree. Number 31, best player in the competition, Harry Boyd. That's fair, isn't it? It's got a medal of proving, yeah. Number 32, Alec Wright. 35, Jack Hurd. 36, Jake Creswell. 38, Goy Locke. 39, Jaden Gale. Number 40, Finn Hurd. 45, Tristan Binder. 48, Mitchell Carroll. And last but certainly not least, your skipper, number 11, Jacob Kennelly. And of course, the man in charge, Twiggy Rawlings. Big round of applause. We'll get the skipper and the coach up here for a chat. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Jade Rawlings and Jacob Kennelly. How are we going? Twiggy, let's start with you. Familiar with this stage, how have the preparations been? You guys have been the team all year.
Yeah, we've been in competition for Sturt and Centrals, I think, to try and emerge as the best team throughout the year, but there's high advantage of finishing on top and having a week off, which this group hasn't had before, so I thought we handled it okay, and then to be able to get the result in the second semi, you have that prep again, and yeah, we believe in what we've done to be ready for tomorrow, but what we say today doesn't really count. It's what we do tomorrow.
The King is in.
Yeah, and it's popular selection for most, but obviously with him coming in means someone misses out, and it's been one of the most challenging parts of grand final week, not just for me, but the coaching group and the players. But 150th proven performer, the efforts he's gone to put himself in a position to be able to play have been extreme and quite extraordinary and inspirational. So hopefully he can go out and perform tomorrow.
Can you give us a bit of an insight into that? Because you're right, there's always a heartbreak story, but there's always a really nice story. So in a milestone game, it's really potentially quite special. What did you see from him a couple of weeks ago playing reserves? Stats said he did very, very well, but things behind the scenes, what was the difference?
His preparation's been exemplary, and Yeah, the story's obvious because of who he is, but I think there's a bigger picture at large where all the guys have been able to be in a position to be selected, but Matt had some parameters he had to meet to be eligible for selection, and as I said to him all the way through, there's no guarantees at the end of it, which when you're talking to a player like him, that's not the easiest thing, but we had direct combos, got to a point where he presented a case which made him eligible for selection, and we backed him in.
Jacob, Premiership skipper, how would that sit next to you? Is that a good ring to it?
Yeah, it'd be pretty special, no doubt. It'd be something that I hold dearly. But yeah, I'm super excited for this group, and yeah, hopefully we can bring it home for these guys, but for all these fans out here as well. That's what's most important, and the club put in a heap of work, and yeah, we're here now, so looking forward to tomorrow.
Mate, a word on your leadership. You're still so young, a captain in your own right now. How's it been? What sort of learnings have you taken this year in the top job?
Yeah, I was a vice captain in 22 and took up co-captaincy last year with Nunny, and I've had great male mentors and leaders around me, and my mum and all that from the country growing up as well taught me a lot, having to step up and play senior footy or whatever it be. But yeah, I owe a lot to this bloke right next to me as well. But yeah, obviously this year's gone really well so far, but we got one more job to do.
Twiggy, you might be able to answer this question as well. There's the two clubs that are contesting tomorrow are two of the proudest, and two clubs that are really, really at the top in terms of, it was only a few years ago where things were looking good for Glenelg, and now they're right at the top. And Norwood has been such an institution for such a long time. Got to go there on Thursday night and watch you guys train. Everything from the Wolf Blast Centre, there's a different feel for these sort of clubs. Jacob, why is Norwood so special?
Norwood's special. It's obviously got a huge history, very successful history as well. You see the supporters out here in the red and blue. That's what sort of drives the footy club. We play for these guys, and everyone from the board to the CEO all the way down to the last player on our list. We're here to do it for these guys, and with the passion and support, that's what keeps propelling our club forward. So yeah, we owe a lot to that.
Twiggy, I think we've had a chat before about this maybe a couple of years ago. You instantly fell in love with the place.
Yeah, I did. I'm very fortunate to be in the position I'm in. I got the sack of my AFL life, and was living in Tassie, not sure what the next step was, and to consider moving to South Australia wasn't on the radar, and it's changed my life. These guys in the club's changed my life. My family now lives in South Australia, and I'm very fortunate and to be part of this competition, and got the utmost respect for Glenelg. I understand the history of other clubs beyond just ours, and I think Darren Reeves has done an incredible job with that playing group. Who've been very talented over the 4 years I've been here, and I got asked before about it today, and look at it here, like we're a second tier football club in the middle of the Rundle Mall, and our people and families come and support our clubs, and I reckon we're pretty lucky.
Boys, thank you for the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, your Norwood Redlegs. Alright, that leaves us to introduce the next mob, and that is a team that knows this stage pretty well, particularly in the last few years, have come good at a very good time of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, can you put your hands together for the Glenelg Tigers?
If we're behind in Lebanon, we'll fight and win forever, Tigerland. We never weak until the Tigers strive and start. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, we're the Tiger. Yellow and black, we're the Tigerland.
Alright, should we get the team up here? Here we go, let's start with number 1, Will Gould. Good to see this young man back in South Australia. Number 2, the man who knows all about premierships, Jonty Scharenberg. Number 3, Silent Assassin, probably your favourite I'd say, Matty Snook. Number 4, Cole Gerloff. Number 7, as part of this outrageous trio up forward, Luke Reynolds. Number 8, this guy is a star, Corey Lyons. Maybe this guy's a fan favourite as well, number 9, Darcy Bailey. The smooth moving James Bell. Good to see Max Proudback, retired for a second. Did a U-turn, he's back. Number 13, Oscar Adams. Number 14, Brad McCarthy. Number 16, Alex Martini. Number 18, another smooth mover, and that is Billy Stretch. Number 19, Cam McGree. Number 20 in your programs, number 1 in your hearts, Lockie Hosey. Did you start that chant, Hose? Number 21, good to see this man back as well, Chris Curran. Number 22, an absolute star the SANFL's lucky to have, and that is Matty Allen. Number 23, Riley Holder. 26, Liam Wisdom. 27, Nick Stevens. 36, Will Chandler. 37, Hunter Window. 39, Archie Lovelock. 40, Benjamin Ridgway. And once again, last but certainly not least, number 5, Liam McBean. And of course your coach, Mr. Darren Reeves. So let's get the boys up for a chat. Darren and Liam. Gentlemen, welcome. A familiar setting for you boys. Liam, I'll start with you. You've got a bunch of, you're potentially a premiership skipper. You're playing footy with already a couple of premiership skippers. You guys have so many leaders. Like it must be a bit of a luxury to have so many senior players and good, strong leaders in this club.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I feel really grateful, obviously, to be in this position and surrounded by not only 2 of my best mates, but like you mentioned, former skippers of the footy club. So it's been great over the journey to bounce things off them, particularly this year when we faced a bit of adversity. And but yeah, it's obviously really clear we've got good leaders across every line that we've got, forward, back, and mid.
You're probably going as underdogs. How does that sit with you? It hasn't been like that for a while.
It's actually been really enjoyable, to be honest. I think the last couple of times we've competed, we've probably come for a pole position, so it's been a little bit of a different look for us, but we've really relished the challenge of just taking it week by week. I know it sounds really cliche, but every challenge has been something that's in the way for us to sort of move out the way, and yeah, 3 down and 1 to get.
Mate, you're renowned for being the glue in terms of some of the blokes want to play football with. You've got so many older blokes here who, SANFL's a big commitment. Chris Curran's back, proud. How do you keep such a good group together? Because it is a battle.
Well, I think you sort of touched on it a little bit before. The club's been through some pretty hard times. It was only probably sort of 7 or 8 years ago where the doors might have shut, and a lot of these guys, like you mentioned, have stuck around through a lot of that, and are now starting to see the sunshine and starting to see success. So we've got a fantastic group. We're obviously really connected on and off the ground, and it makes it pretty easy, I think, when you've got that level of investment in community to keep running up and want to play for the ultimate success again.
Darren, Liam mentioned the adversity early in the season. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. How do you sum up the season?
Right, it is, and it's probably been the case for most clubs over the course of the year. We lost some key members at different times, and we had to find different ways to get about it. But the guys were fantastic. Whoever we brought in were able to come in and play a role, and it felt like that's just been our journey this year, and it's how it's been, and we're looking forward to what tomorrow brings.
Can you give us an insight into what was happening behind the scenes to somehow get Lockie Hosey ready? Because I read the article on the Advertiser, which I think Lockie Hosey wrote. Did you write that? It was a really inspirational piece. But this is a bloke with crazy commitment. From what we've read.
I mean, it was. And the initial prognosis was he was done for the year, and then after the surgery, it was, well, there's a chance, but everything's going to have to go right. But he had to be incredibly diligent, and he was. He was in the gym twice a day, basically from the 3-week mark onwards. And at times it was almost that we had to slow him down a little bit, but he did an incredible amount of work, and he gave himself every chance, and it was great to see him back playing last week.
Big round of applause for Lockie Hosey. Are you in routine now, in this stage? Do you know exactly what to do? Do you know exactly how to prepare? Is there a secret?
Not really. It's not what I'm really comfortable in, to be honest. But I mean, it's great that we're here. This is the opportunity that we set out to achieve at the start of the year. The boys have been fantastic, and it's great to see so many supporters here, and SANFL's alive and well.
You betcha. It's really nice that there's Lord. It's full of premiership players. You guys are full of premiership players. I think there's, if I'm right, there's potentially 7 blokes that if you guys win will become 3-time premiership players. Liam, what's it like to win a premiership? Why is it so special?
Well, I think obviously it's a combination of a lot of hard work. To finish up at the end as the best performers, it's obviously a lot of validation. But like you mentioned, there's 7 of us that could become 3-time. There's a few in the group that will become first-time premiership players. But ultimately, it's about a legacy that you leave on a footy club of success. So clearly, the last few years has been pretty successful for us. We've been able to win some premierships, but the job's not done for us. I think we've still got a fantastic group that's in a really strong window, an opportunity to keep achieving it. So, why not keep going?
The Redlegs, final question, they're red hot. They have been the team all year, but this is a team that knows how to win grand finals. What's their biggest strength? That's a broad question, but the Redlegs, where are they where do they shine?
Obviously, we've got a lot of respect for Jade and Jacob and the rest of the Norwood Footy Club. Obviously, I think the midfield battle will be really important tomorrow. Harry Boyd, as you mentioned, is a threat in there, and we've got Cam that I know is going to do a fantastic job in there. But I think ultimately, finals footy is about contests. It's about how well you can defend. Obviously, both teams can score, but ultimately, I think it'll just be a real dogfight in tight for most of the day, and then it'll just be whoever can outlast the other. So we're really looking forward to it.
Boys, I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be a really, really good game. Thank you for the chat. Congratulations on the season, and good luck tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Glenelg Tigers. Alright guys, that just about does it for this morning. Thank you so much to all the supporters who came out. I think Twiggy mentioned it, and maybe Benny mentioned it as well, to see so many supporters getting around local football. It's 2 really, really strong clubs, we know that, who are so well supported, but to see the SANFL alive and well, there's even a red hot Sturt supporter here, so that's nice, mate. Next year for the Double Blues, maybe. If you're heading to the game tomorrow and you still haven't got tickets, there are tickets, of course, still available. You can get there from Ticketek. And also, just a heads up, Adelaide DJ, the Lunar Society and DJ Lezen are going to have the William McGarry room in a spin. Free entry for all ticket holders, so make sure you get your tickets either on the day or from Ticketek. Also, we need to say a big thank you to the 7 Network, 7 Plus, 5AA and the SANFL Now app, and afl.com.au. You can catch all the streaming action there. I'm wearing a little pin too. This is a little Tommy lapel pin. You can actually purchase these. They're pretty special and they're pretty unique as well. They're only $5. If you go to the SANFL tent right there, they'll sort you up. There's FPOS and all sorts of things. So these are little collector's items which you can have a crack at and get them on your sleeves, and then hopefully your team is carrying the Thomas Seymour Cup tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Go the Bays, go the Redlegs. Right, I was just about to disperse everyone, but don't go anywhere because the advertisers are going to come up here and they're going to take a nice little photo. So if everyone can sort of merge in, we'll get a nice photo. Just a line. Just before the big battle tomorrow.
Lean down. Yeah.
Hang on to the cup.
Hang on to it. Down here.
Cheer, guys. 3, 2, 1, yeah! More guys in the background. Oh, here we go. Let's get your heads a bit closer together. All right, 3, 2, 1, guys. Big roll. All right, coaches. Just stay there, guys.
No escaping, Liam.
He's actually going down the stairs. Yeah.
He's taking.
Thank you.
All right, big roll, guys. 1, 2, 3, yeah!
Chris, what are you doing today? Hey, tight,